Bimbo, an attractive but unintelligent or frivolous young woman.
Miss Maisie, we're not going to have any more attempts now, are we?
Absolutely not.
Stop the cap.
So we start the movie off introducing this annoying child character that once introduced, I immediately figured that around 90% of the movie was going to revolve around this little girl, because Hollywood seems to have an infatuation with little girls. I'll get back to her. Now we meet the pirate crew that are pretty well known for taking down monsters and sea beasts, led by their Captain Crow, a stern and determined leader, his loyal mate Sarah Sharp, and our main character Jacob, voiced by Carl Urban, which to me was very distracting because he sounded exactly like his character Butcher from The Boys.
I can't remember the last time I had a good cup of char.
Are you sure?
Aye.
We come all this way for a proper fight.
So, when they head back to the city, Butcher runs into the annoying fangirl child, and honestly I would have been fine with the child character if they kept it to her being just like a fangirl on the side, not the main character, but I knew that would not be the case. The next day, the team is then challenged to find and kill the Bluster, or the Red Bluster, the most feared monster in the sea, getting to it before the British Army can. And of course, who managed to get on board? The annoying child, which Captain Crow decides to keep on board because she's just so damn likable.
I like this kid.
Then, when they finally catch up to the beast, the kid ends up fucking up the mission, which then gets her and Butcher eaten by the Bluster.
An Alaskan bullworm!
But turns out the Bluster didn't actually swallow them, they just sat in the mouth and they had their little Pinocchio moment, getting from the mouth to the nose, and ultimately sneezed out onto Monster Island. Now, this is where the movie becomes low-key racist. Because despite the creature already having a name, the Bluster, or the Red Bluster, the kid decides its name is now Red. Just Red. You know, because it's red.
Spell red.
Red, Lster.
And then later calls this creature Blue. Anyway, so Brown comes to the conclusion that Red was trying to protect them, which is then immediately proven when Red fights off Eugene Krabs here. And I was actually laughing during this fight because he was absolutely losing this fight until Red was actually helped out by Butcher because Butcher got that crazy ass aim. But then the Red Bluster ends up yeeting Krabs, so like, why didn't he just start with the yeet? I don't know. So Brown and Butcher manage to hitch a ride on Red to the next available island. And this is where we learn that Red only listens to Brown because she is just so stunning and brave or something like that. Now at this point in the movie is when it takes a turn for me because Captain Crow goes from a pretty caring captain to a just comedically spooky bad guy, and the music is trying to tell us that he's bad, but to me he's not really doing anything wrong. So now Brown believes that all of the history books that they grew up on were complete bullshit, and that the monsters didn't start this war, the humans did, which is very possible. But I mean, she legit meets like two nice monsters and just flips her whole worldview around. The fuck?
Our history is a lie.
Sounds reasonable to me. And of course, everyone ends up believing the theory of a 10-year-old girl, and after being captured, Red gets cut free from Sarah Sharp, and the entire city just ends up revolting against the king and queen because of theories of this 10-year-old child. And they all lived happily ever after. Overall, decent pirate movie, with possibly the best animation I'll see all year. But to me, this story would have worked so much better if it was just Butcher and Red. The inclusion of Brown seemed a little forced and cliche, and hopefully children will be left out of the stories in the future. 6.5 out of 10, too much water. Alright, I'm done.